Sorry students, there was a disturbance in the previous session. So I'm going to continue the concept here related to the development aspect of asterias. Students, we have learned in the previous video, there are three stages of larvae seen in the life cycle of asterias. The first one is Dipleurula larva. The second one is Bipinnaria larva. The third one is Brachyolaria larva. We have understood that Dipleurula larva is the first free swimming larval stage in the life cycle of asterias. Remember, it is microscopic, free swimming, pelagic larva, very active larva which has complete digestive system without the arms. So ciliary band is associated with the body of it. Ciliary band helps the stage of the organism to have the process of feeding as well as help in locomotion. The second stage of the larva is Bipinnaria larva. It is also free swimming larva, microscopic larva, pelagic larva, bilaterally symmetrical larva, which also feeds on the microscopic plants and organisms present in the water called planktons. Students, remember, this stage of Bipinnaria also contains the presence of complete digestive system, which starts from the mouth, ends with the anus. The second important feature is the body of the organism of Dipleurula is a force to form the structures on the surface of the body called as the arms. We have seen that two unpaired arms are formed in the Bipinnaria larval stage, namely dorsomedian and ventromedian arms. They are the two unpaired arms. Whereas paired arms are 5 types. Number 1, preoral arms. Number 2, postoral arms. Number 3, posterior dorsal arms. Number 4, posterior lateral arms. Number 5, dorsolateral arms. They just indicate the position of the arms where they are. They are all said to be 5 pairs of arms. Now, the Bipinnaria larva will feed on the microscopic planktons present in the water, including the diatoms. So, it is a voracious feeder. Now, after the Bipinnaria larval stage, the third larval stage that the organism enters is called Brachyolaria larva. Students, remember, this is the larval stage where after 5 to 7 weeks of time of Bipinnaria, this Bipinnaria will enter into the stage of Brachyolaria larva. How this Brachyolaria larva is formed? It is formed from the, how this Brachyolaria is formed? It is formed from the Bipinnaria larva. Importance of this Brachyolaria larva is it swims freely in the water. It is also microscopic in nature. And they show clockwise rotational movement. It lives for about 6 to 7 weeks of time. Students, remember, the importance of this larval stage is that this larva now, it is also bilaterally symmetrical, no doubt, okay? So, this larval stage now will enter into the stage of free swimming to sedentary mode. So, the larval stage that shows in initial stage the swimming process and in later stage the sedentary life. This is specially related to Brachyolaria larva only. So that's the speciality related to the Brachyolaria larva. Coming on to the structural details related to this Brachyolaria larva. It has a size-wise slightly larger than the Bipinnaria, and it is elongated antero-posteriorly. So body is hence long and slender, and it has arms attached, no doubt. Those arms have got ciliated bands attached to it. So these arms will help the organism to easily move in the water. The larval forms show the presence of preoral arms that helps the organism to form special structures called brachiolar arms. So preoral arms will form the structure called as brachiolar arms. What is the speciality of this brachiolar arms? They are the structures which will enclose the adhesive disc in it. You can see in the enlarged part here, the preoral arms that had formed the brachiolar arms will show the presence of adhesive disc in it. So there are three preoral arms are extended that will show the presence of adhesive discs in it. What is the specialty related to this particular structure of adhesive disc? It is this disc which helps the animal to go to the deeper bottom of the sea, bind to the rocks. It binds to the rocks. So adhesive disc is nothing but a special structure held in between the brachiolar arms. Brachiolar arms are nothing but the modified preoral arms of the structure there. So this structure of brachiolar arms will hold the adhesive disc with the help of which it will go bind. So it makes upside down attachment. Why the organism need to attach there? Because it need to show certain changes in its body, for which it need to hold certain of substratum very strongly. Okay, now what are the changes that this particular larva shows? So after fixing it to the substratum by means of those adhesive discs or the suckers, they show certain of changes in the body in brachiolaria larva. Those changes are collectively called with the name metamorphosis or metamorphic changes. So this is a stage where the brachiolaria larva will form miniature starfish. Till now we have seen the body shape of the organism is elongated with the arms attached, ciliated bands attached, etc. All the changes will now get changed to the condition where a miniature star-shaped structure of the body of starfish will be formed. What are they? After 6 to 7 weeks of time, the ciliated arms that are seen for the body, they gets reduced in their size because they are not required for the swimming. Number one. Number two, the shape of the body gets modified to form a star-shaped structure, as what you see in the diagrams down. So towards the right side is the microscopic view of the miniature starfish. The next important feature is that the body coelo develops the water vascular system in the organism. The next feature is that the 5 radiating arms gets attached to the pentagonal central disc. The body becomes oral and aboral axis arrangement, and the bilateral symmetrical larva becomes radially symmetrical adult. So axis of formation of oral to aboral is seen. Body which was transparent now becomes opaque. You cannot see the content inside. So these are all the changes that the organism starts forming in it. So 5 lobes called arm rudiments that they grow out of the oral aboral axis. So oral to aboral axis shows the presence of 5 extensions. They are called arm rudiments. They tend to form the arms in later stage. They start developing the canal system. They start developing the skeletal system, and it forms the coelom will form the ambulacral system, where the first two feet will get formed, serve for the attachment and starts showing the locomotion. So all the changes inside the body of the brachiolaria larva will form a tiny starfish, which is around 1 mm diameter, with short stubby arms attached to it. So where it is forming? It is forming inside the body of brachiolaria larva. Remember students, so total change from larval form to the adult characters in the miniature of starfish is seen within the body of brachiolaria larva. Now, after the maturity, the starfish, the young starfish, starts bursting out the brachiolaria larva and comes out into the water. So this tiny starfishes starts feeding and then grows to become adult. So towards the left side is the microscopic view of different stages of development there. We can find the gastrula stage, we can find the blastula stage, we can find cleavage process, bipinnarea larval stage, blastopore structures, etc. So ultimately the miniature will start becoming adult after the feeding process, and the life cycle further it continues when it enters into the breeding time and maturity process. So with that we are completing the concept related to the reproduction as well as the concept of development process. Students, after we understanding the reproduction and development in Asterias, now we shall concentrate on MCQs related to the topic. The first question is, the sperms in Asterias are what type of flagellate type they have? It is dinoflagellate or diflagellate. Answer is B. The release of gametes in Asterias is under the control of neurohormones of radial canal. So answer is A. Remember, release it is, but production is under the control of nutrients that are seen related to pyloric caeca of digestive gland. Third question, dash is the stage formed immediately after the process of fertilization. It is zygote. Answer is D. Question 4. The number of larval stages seen in the life cycle of Asterias. It is 3. So answer is C. The symmetry exhibited by larval forms of echinoderms, including Asterias, it is bilaterally symmetrical. So answer is A. The cleavage in C star is, what type of cleavage we have? It is holoblastic and equal. So answer is B, because complete division of zygote cell takes place, forming two equal sized daughter cells. So it is holoblastic and equal. Answer is B. The characteristics of blastula of Asterias is, it is coeloblastula, ciliated blastoderm it has, monolayered blastoderm it has. So all the three are there. So answer is D, all of the above. The first free swimming larva of C star is, of the three, which is the first free swimming larva? It is Diplurula larva. Answer is C. Excuse me. The bipinnaria larva is found in the development of which of the organism? No doubt it is C star B. The last question. The miniature of C star is formed in the dash larva. So inside which larva you find the star shaped miniature structure is formed? It is brachiolaria larva. Answer is D. Well students, what have we understood in today's session? We have understood the concept related to reproduction process and the development in Asterias. So references includes web references of Wikipedia and Britannica.com, and book references includes Invertebrate Zoology by P.S. Varma and Modern Textbook of Zoology by Kotpal. Students, if you have any queries, comments, please post them to my personal WhatsApp number. Take care of your good health during this pandemic time. Thank you all.